Hey, my name is Oats, and my band name is also Oats. I thought I would show you my pedal boards, a work in progress, as you can see, and nothing's set yet, nothing's cleaned up yet, but I'll show you what I'm basically doing here. Some of these pedals over here, I'm just switching in and out to see what I like and trying to finalize things. So at any rate, here's what we got. I run a wet, dry, wet rig, which there's a wet amp, there's a wet amp, and there's a dry amp in the middle. This is AC30 in the middle, AC10 on the left side, right side, and a Vox Pathfinder on the other side, only because I happen to have it. I found old amp down in my practice room in the basement and dug it out to try this wet, dry, wet rig because I was watching That Pedal Show and on the video on wet, dry, wet rig, so I wanted to try that out. And I highly recommend it because it's really cool. Anyway, here's how the pedal boards operate. I'm the lead singer for my band, and so one pedal board is for my right foot and one is for my left foot. Now this switching system right here is looper switcher is going to go away because these buttons are too close together. When I have my mouth on the microphone, I can't look down or it takes my mouth off the mic. So I have to get a switcher that has the buttons farther apart so that I can just do it by feel. At any rate, we got a strobe tuner here. I'm using a reverse delay into a Blues Driver. This is a Blues Driver clone, and that's for the shoegaze element, part of the shoegaze element. And then a Kaleen Pure Sky, which is a Timmy clone. And my main sound is a Marshall Shredmaster into the AC30. That's my what you would call my sound. And then I going out of these all these are drives and gain pedals on this board, and then it goes into a volume pedal and a buffer that keeps the sound gets really dull even through this amount of pedals unless without a buffer. But the main element here is the Big Shot ABY, and the reason why I needed it is because it has phase reverse and a ground lift in case I run into any weird power things and hums and whatnot. Okay, so coming out of the KBY, all right, all that, the gain board goes into the ABY pedal, and then coming out one side, this blue cord goes to the AC30, and it is completely bone dry, so all it gets is gain, and the amp doesn't have reverb on it, so it is a very perfectly dry amp. And then I'm going into, right now this is like in flux because you can see I'm trying stuff, but this is a boost pedal. This is a flanger. This is an electric mistress type of flanger, analog delay. And then I have two reverbs in mono. One is a really big reverb and one is an absolutely huge reverb that the tails last like 30 or 40 seconds on it. And then that goes out, still mono on this side. So you got one side of the ABY going to the AC30 dry, just gain. And then the other side, these are all my wet effects. And it goes into this delay and splits. So I got a programmable delay and it splits into stereo into an inexpensive reverb pedal in stereo and stereo out from there. And the black cable goes to the AC10, which is a wet. You can see it's coming after the reverb and all these other verbs and delays and whatnot to the AC10. And then the purple cable goes over to the Vox Pathfinder. So that's my left and right wet amps. This is the left wet amp and this is the right wet amp. and this is the dry amp. So wet, dry, wet. And then I have them all mic'd up with 3 different mics, as you can see. And I run in-ear monitors. So with these mic'd up in 3 different channels, I pan it hard left, hard right, and up tilt for the dry amp. The hard left and right in big stereo spread, which is a really nice bed for me to sing to. And so anyway, that's my setup. That's my rig and pedal board for the Oats band. My name is Oats. Please subscribe to us on YouTube because we're trying to get enough subscribers to get a shorter URL. And also you can find us on Facebook. Just search for Oats Rock, and we crave your likes and we appreciate your support. And glad to have shown you around my board, and we will see you guys soon.